Seeing as Black Armory introduced to us some of the best weapons in the game for both PvP and PvE, today I'm gonna showcase a sniper I can say that I've had quite a bit of fun with, and it's really a decent sniper when it comes to PvP. And as you saw in the intro, and as you can see in the background footage, it can do something that other snipers can't at the moment, unless it's Borealis under certain conditions, and that is killing people with one body shot, and also killing supers with one shot to the head. In this video I'll be going over a PvP role that many wants to at least try out, and potentially could be the god role for you and your sniping in the Crucible. As well as I will be going over what perks you would want on the gun to feel like it's optimized. But as we all know, what's good to you and what's good to me may differ, as some people want more handling than they want stability or reload, or vice versa. In this video I'll be going over what makes the most sense to me for you to have as a good role, or a potential god role for the weapon to work well for you in PvP. And I'm dropping speaking about it in regards to PvE, as the perks for that isn't really that good, to be honest. So starting off with a PvP god roll, and also what you're seeing in the background, Snapshot kill clip. I'll just start by getting this out of the way, and that is that the weapon comes with a long zoom scope, and it's probably one of its most annoying features, if you're not used to it. And if you're not used to it, it may take some time to get used to, even to play decently with it. I know I had a little bit of a getting used to phase, but once I got used to it, it started performing very well for me at times. And the reason I say this is simply because right now in the Crucible, very often you don't find yourself shooting huge distances, as would be preferable with a sniper which has such a long zoom scope. It's also a higher impact sniper, and the archetype of sniper which has the lowest RPM with an RPM of 72. This means that the sniper hits 433 to the head and 158 to the body. Now, the precision hit with 433 is an obvious overkill, but isn't quite enough to kill someone in a super. It's close, but not quite there. So if you manage to hit a super in the head, you hit about 155 to 174, depending on the super, not including golden gun, as that's a one-hit kill anyways. And then you don't have much left until you got that said super down. As far as with the body damage, it's actually high enough for you to just shoot one shot and then swiftly switch over to another weapon. A hand cannon is often seen in this combo. And all you gotta do is get one shot off to clear out your kill, whether it's headshot or body shot. Or let someone else do it. The high body shot damage is also real nice when it comes to clearing those who are just a little bit hurt as well. I can't tell you how many times I've actually just shot someone I didn't expect to die, and then they did. But let's jump into why to use this gun over something else like Bite of the Fox, Show of Force, Gentleman's Vagabond, or others. And that's the kill clip. Killing someone with a sniper, whether it's a body shot or headshot, then reloading activates your kill clip, which increases your body shot damage to 210. And I can't quite remember, but the headshot damage is about 800, 840, something like that. Something in between there. And that's enough to one-shot body shot any guardian at any level of resilience. It isn't, however, enough to one-shot body shot a super, but it is enough to one-shot headshot a super. And just to refresh you on how kill clip works, kill clip lasts for 5 seconds from the moment you reload your gun in a 3-second window after you've killed someone, and doesn't refresh if the buff is active. So it's nice to time your reloads to get finished reloading just as the buff is about to go out, so you can go on another spree of killing if you want to optimize your plays. And to give a quick tip on the kill clip with this gun, something that I had a lot of fun with was playing as a hunter with the 6th Coyote, which grants you 2 charges of dodge, and running around with 5 Paragon mods, you can reload at will pretty much any day anyhow, and that just lines up the one-shot potential even better than taking the reload speed into consideration. I've gone over some pros and some cons of the gun, but let's list it up, shall we? As with any weapon, it's gotta be a class of weapon, and this weapon is a sniper. It does what a sniper does, it does it well, and it does some things that other snipers can't due to its perk pool. It's a very decent sniper, and some would even consider it great. I myself am too biased towards my god roll Bite of the Fox to put it on a pedestal. One tap potential. It's what we've been talking about this entire time, and I don't think it needs any further explanation. It's in the energy slot. Now this is great because we have some guns that people prefer to use over other guns, like say Ace of Spades, Last Word, or the Duke. It's high impact. I've already talked about this, but it really is a huge benefit to only need to one-shot snipe if you missed a headshot, and then just pull out either a last word or an ace of spades to clear out the kill. Or if one random stranger that has been damaged somewhere else comes into your line of sight and you pull the trigger, you just got yourself a kill. Not everyone has it. To get a gun, you need both the Black Armory expansion and RNGs to be on your side. Penetrating potential. Not everyone knows this about snipers, so I'm just gonna put it on the list, but snipers can one-shot several guardians at once, providing that they're standing in a line behind each other. Or their heads are so close together it looks as if the bullets split to give you 2 precision kills. Great range and recoil direction. Because of the range stat on this gun, you can more easily connect shots on players that are further away, and the recoil direction is passively on 79, which means shooting is a breeze without having to change your reticle's position too much. The zoom on great ranges. Due to the long zoom on the scope, it's not hard to pick up those who are far away, as they now are, well, not so far away through the scope. And pairing that with an already good range stat on it, you're in for some good kills in the long ranges. Now, moving to the cons about the gun. And as I always mention, and as with any weapon, it's a class of weapon and this is a sniper. And if you don't like snipers or have trouble using them, this will definitely put you off from the get-go. It's not a bad sniper, but it's got its drawbacks when it comes to certain things. Getting used to it. As with any gun, there are some things you gotta get used to, and with this gun, I feel like it's a little bit more than most guns. As the zoom, the reload to get the kill clip, and then the ADS, aim down sights, to get ready to kill again. It's a little bit of a process if you're not used to it. The zoom. Now, the zoom on this gun is not meant for shorter ranges, and as we know with the Crucible in Destiny 2, there are only certain parts of certain maps that are meant for those long ranges. So, getting used to the long zoom on short-range maps or areas of certain maps is a must-do. Reload. The reload's not very swift on this one, so unless you got yourself drop mag which wastes bullets, flared mag well, a reload Masterwork, or combine this weapon with a hunter's dodge reload, it may be inconvenient to make use of the kill clip, and you might as well go for something like Dragonfly or opening shot. And a little side note, by the way, opening shot on snipers is amazing. Stability and handling are both awful. The recoil direction helps out on the stability and makes up for that quite well, but the handling, it's not very good. And it takes a little bit of time bringing the sniper out and ADSing with it, unless you got some good ways around that, like quick draw, snapshot, a Warlock's Ophidian aspects, a Hunter's Dragon Shadow, or some armor with sniper dexterity or the enhanced version of that. Getting the gun. Locked behind the Black Armory expansion and even further, you gotta have RNG on your side for it to drop with the stats that you want. It could drop on the first run or potentially never drop with the rolls that you want, although there's a low chance of that if you keep on grinding. I got this gun on my 4th or 5th frame, or so, as opposed to my Kindled Orchid which took between 80 and 100 runs. As for an optimal god roll, it's hard to decide for this gun because snipers are so iffy when it comes to what the user likes. In terms of PvP, what I'd say would be good for a barrel would be anything that increases range. As the higher range, the easier it's to connect shots, but also if you don't have anything to improve that handling, something with handling would be of tremendous help. In the magazine slot, I'd say go for drop mag or flared mag well, because the reloads aren't great either. Or if you're just gonna reload with a hunter's dodge, go for accurized rounds. The rest of the gun should be tier 1 snapshot, tier 2 quick draw, and tier 1 kill clip. Or if you prefer hitting opening shots, which I will be talking and showing more of in another video. And since it seems like I'm a little bit on the fence with this gun compared to the Kindled Orchid god roll, which I praised quite highly, you're right, I am. It's maybe somewhat of a god roll due to the perks, but how it works in practice isn't top notch. And as I said in the intro, it's fine, it does its job, and on longer ranges is where it excels, but that isn't very descriptive. If I'm going to give this a rating taking how Crucible is laid out at the moment with the maps it's got in its library, I'd give it a 5.5 out of 10. I prefer other snipers much more and wish that other 72 RPM snipers could get kill clip instead. But I do come back to it occasionally if I want to have some fun with one taps in the Crucible. And that's it. Thank you so much for watching this far into the video. It really means a lot to me. If you liked the video, feel free to share it around to convince someone to help you grind for the gun. And if you're looking for more videos like this, I'll be making more as the time goes on. So feel free to sub if that's something you want to be notified of. Anyways, I'm Tio, and until next time, so long.
One.